Imagine never worrying about being boring again. Picture yourself captivating every room you walk into, making memorable impressions effortlessly. It's not just a fantasy, it's a skill you can learn. Being engaging is crucial in both personal and professional settings, yet many people struggle with it. Have you ever found yourself at a loss for words in a conversation, worried that you're not interesting enough? Or maybe you've seen people's eyes glaze over during your presentations. What if I told you there's a way to change that? What if the key to being captivating lies in simple, practical strategies you can start using today? In this video, we're going to reveal these secrets. From creating curiosity gaps to sharing personal stories, using humor and surprise, and asking engaging questions, we'll explore proven techniques to ensure you're never boring again. Ready to transform your interactions? Let's dive in. Creating curiosity gaps. Curiosity gaps are a powerful tool to keep people engaged. By presenting just enough information to spark interest and leaving out key details, you create a gap that your audience is eager to fill. Think about how news headlines grab your attention. You won't believe what happened next. This technique, known as a curiosity gap, hooks you by making you want to know more. Research shows that curiosity can significantly enhance memory and learning, making it a valuable tool in both conversations and presentations. To create curiosity gaps in your interactions, start by sharing an intriguing fact or an unfinished story. For example, instead of simply stating, "Networking is important," you could say, "Did you know that a single networking event changed the entire course of my career?" This makes your audience eager to hear the rest of the story. Another example could be, "There's one habit that can dramatically improve your productivity, and it's not what you think." By using this approach, you encourage people to stay engaged, anticipating the resolution of the curiosity gap you've created. Leveraging personal stories. Personal stories are incredibly powerful in making your conversations and presentations more engaging. They evoke empathy and make your points relatable, transforming abstract ideas into tangible experiences. Think about this. Instead of simply saying, "Networking is crucial for career growth," you could share a personal anecdote like, "I once attended a conference feeling quite out of place. But then, I struck up a conversation with someone at the coffee stand, and that connection eventually led to a job offer that changed my career trajectory." Stories like these not only illustrate your points vividly, but also connect with your audience on an emotional level. According to research, personal stories activate more areas of the brain than mere facts and figures, making the information more memorable and impactful. Here are some tips for finding and sharing compelling personal stories. Identify significant moments. Reflect on experiences that have significantly impacted you. These could be moments of change, challenges you've overcome, or surprising successes. Keep it relevant. Ensure your story is relevant to the topic at hand. This helps maintain coherence and makes your points more compelling. Be authentic. Authenticity builds trust and makes your stories more relatable. Share genuine experiences and emotions. Balance details. Provide enough details to paint a vivid picture but avoid overloading with unnecessary information. The goal is to highlight the key takeaway. Utilizing humor and surprise. Humor and surprise are powerful tools for keeping people engaged. They break the monotony and make your interactions memorable. When used correctly, these elements can significantly enhance your ability to captivate an audience. Humor can be as simple as a light-hearted comment or a relevant joke. For example, if you're giving a presentation, you might say, "I'm not saying that learning to be engaging will make you as popular as a movie star, but you might start getting invited to more parties." This kind of humor makes your message more relatable and enjoyable. Surprises can break the expected flow of conversation and re-engage your audience's attention. For instance, sharing an unexpected fact or a surprising twist in a story can jolt your audience's attention back to you. For example, you could start a discussion about productivity by saying, "Did you know that taking regular naps can make you more productive?" It's true. This kind of surprising information not only captures attention but also makes your content more interesting and memorable. Here are some tips for incorporating humor and surprise into your daily interactions. Know your audience. Ensure that your humor and surprises are appropriate for the context and audience. What works for a group of friends might not be suitable for a professional setting. Be natural. Practice delivering humor and surprises naturally. Forced humor can feel awkward and have the opposite effect. Balance. Use humor and surprises to complement your main points, not overshadow them. The goal is to enhance your message, not detract from it. Interactive and engaging questions. Asking questions is one of the most effective ways to engage your audience. Questions provoke thought, invite participation, and make your audience feel involved in the conversation. They transform passive listeners into active participants, making the interaction more dynamic and engaging. Effective questions can range from open-ended ones like, "What's been the most exciting part of your week?" to thought-provoking ones like, "If you could change one thing about your daily routine to make it more interesting, what would it be?" These types of questions encourage deeper thinking and more substantial responses. Here are some tips for using questions to engage your audience. 1. Open-ended questions. These encourage discussion and deeper engagement. For example, instead of asking, "Did you like the presentation?" you could ask, "What part of the presentation resonated with you the most?" Follow-up questions show that you're listening and interested in the response. For instance, if someone shares a challenge they're facing, ask, "How have you tried to address this so far?" Hypothetical questions. These can stimulate creative thinking and discussion. For example, imagine you had unlimited resources for a project. What would you do differently? Reflective questions encourage reflection on past experiences. For instance, what's a lesson you learned from a recent project that you think others could benefit from? Interactive polls or surveys. In a digital setting, use tools like polls or surveys to engage your audience. Ask a question and let the audience vote or provide their opinions in real time. Combining techniques for maximum engagement. Combining curiosity gaps, personal stories, humor, and engaging questions can create a powerful synergy that captivates your audience. Check out how it may work. 1. Start with a curiosity gap. Begin your conversation or presentation by introducing a curiosity gap. For example, have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly capture everyone's attention? There's a secret behind it, and it's surprisingly simple. 2. Incorporate personal stories. Transition into a personal story that relates to the curiosity gap. For instance, I used to struggle with public speaking until I discovered a technique that completely transformed my approach. Let me tell you about the time when. 3. Use humor and surprise. Add humor and unexpected twists to keep the narrative engaging. While sharing your story, throw in a light-hearted joke or an amusing anecdote. I once started a presentation with a joke, and instead of laughing, the audience stared at me blankly. That's when I learned the importance of timing. 4. Ask engaging questions. Throughout your interaction, ask questions to involve your audience. Have you ever experienced something similar? What strategies have you found effective in keeping your audience engaged? 5. Seamlessly transition between techniques. Use smooth transitions to blend these techniques. For example, after asking a question, you might say, "It's fascinating to hear different perspectives on this. Here's another surprising fact." By incorporating these strategies into your daily interactions, you'll notice a significant improvement in how others respond to you. Whether you're at work, socializing with friends, or meeting new people, you'll leave a lasting impression and be remembered as someone who is truly engaging and interesting. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Also, let us know in the comments which techniques you plan to try first or share your own tips for being engaging. We love hearing from our community and learning together. Thanks for daring to know.